Ok.
C'est bon pour toi?
Mhm.
Là, je vais recompter 1, 2, 3 et sur le 4, clap des mains.
Ok. So shall we start?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
So, do you want to talk about the podcast first? Who we are?
Do you want to do the intro?
I don't know what kind of intro.
Welcome to Mishmash.
I haven't prepared anything.
That's the point. That's the point. Welcome to Mishmash. I'm Mish, she's Mash, or whatever the other way around. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm mash. That's awful.
You want to be Mash? It kind of does not work. It does give mashed potato.
Do you want to be mash? I can be mish. I'm fine.
No, I'd rather be. I feel like on one side mash gives monster mash, but it also gives mashed potatoes. So I'm like,
Yeah, I have big mashed potatoes energy, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but like with spices and stuff.
This is Mishmash. My name is Beryl, other than Mash, and I use she, her.
Yeah, my name is Chris, and I use he, him.
What the fuck is Mishmash? I don't know.
It's a podcast when we talk about things like art and politics and stuff, mostly about storytelling and resources and helping people, I'd say. Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, well, here's the thing. Mishmash is about us,
Mhm.
but because there's also listeners, it's also about them and what can we do for them, but still make it about us.
What? You sound like such a politician right now. What can we do for the people that is ultimately about us? Vote for us in the upcoming election!
Good for me, yep. Yeah, but for me. But for me.
Mish versus Mash, the ultimate election.
Whatever country you are, please vote for me. Such a good election. Yeah. What? Okay, so this is a podcast where we talk about politics, storytelling, us. So please, let's talk about hers first. Chris, how was your week? How was your day?
I have been having a huge roller coaster of a week. I found out that I went to a job interview yesterday, and I got the job today. So I am very excited about that.
How was your job interview?
It went great. Honestly, I felt like they needed me as much as I needed them. Really, at some point, like someone popped in through the door to ask a question, and then say, "Oh, hi, no worries, I can come back later." And then the lady, the director of the place, turned to me and said, "See, we are a good workplace environment when we want people to come to us." And I was like, "Don't laugh, don't laugh."
I love that. Are they looking for people? I'm down to change my job. I need something else.
Good God, I wish I could tell you yes, because they were like, and we have a lot of benefits. We have like health insurance. We have for your entire family. We have a massage therapist that gives employees a massage for free and once a month.
Okay, I'm in.
They have free sports animations for everyone. And it's like, what do you not have?
I'm fine. I don't want that.
And what they don't have is like a high-paying salary. But also, I came in and say, I don't care about money, so that was fine.
I do.
I do, but also I have so few options for what I'm looking for. I was like, I can't care about money.
So you got the job today. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What are you going to spend your salary first? Like, what are you going to spend on first?
So the first thing I'm going to do is get not the first. It's the first thing I want to do, but I have to do it next month because it's a monthly subscription. Next October, I am paying $5 for a subscription to Word Beyond Numbers Patreon. Which is another podcast, and I swear I am not a walking advertisement for this podcast, but I will speak about it a lot because it's insanely good.
You did tell me you will spend your money on it, and I agree you should do whatever you want with it. I'm still gonna say what I wrote you, which is, it's so interesting what you decided to put your money on. And I'm not judging. Do whatever you want. It's just $5. It's nothing.
Yeah, I'm just getting it for 1 month. But I was like, I for so long I have been wishing to get accounts like for support creators that I love on Patreon, and I'm like, well, girl, you don't have a job, you can do that. And so on Patreon,
unfortunately, you have to spend money.
Yeah. to spend money on one Patreon that I can afford. And what about you? How has your day been going?
My day's been fine. Honestly, didn't do a lot today. I'm still disappointed that Trump isn't dead yet. I had hope. I had
Oh
hope.
my god, yeah. Speaking of a roller coaster, that's such a disappointment.
Listen, a girl can dream.
Yeah. But for 1 second, a girl had hope.
Back to depression, I guess.
Soon, my friend, soon. He can't live forever. Nobody does.
Yeah. Dear listeners, if you are friends who are into witchcraft and know how to put curses on people, please, I have a list. I'm willing to spend money on it. Not a lot, I'm still poor. But I have money. I can pay you.
Darling, I do feel like the people who are both into witchcraft and listening to a podcast already have curses for Donald Trump, if I'm being honest. But yeah, everything can help.
Yeah. But hey, if you're a fan of Donald Trump and you're here, why?
Right.
You don't know us, and that's fine, that's fair, I understand. You fit in. Goodbye.
We started by introducing a pronoun, so...
True. Hey, what did you drink today? Any caffeine intake for the day?
So I drank coffee this morning, and I was like, well, today I was preparing to be like drinking coffee during this, but then I realized that I'm kind of a little silly because it is 8:30 p.m. So I am drinking tea. But I did drink like almond coffee, instant coffee with 2 teaspoons of water, 4 stevia sugars, and almond milk.
I love that you're giving me the recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're getting into vegetable? No.
Yeah, because I'm Mediterranean and I have blood in me.
You're getting into non-dairy milk. That's nice. Hey, by the way, I need to make a point in this. If you're listening to us, I'm not an English speaker. That's not my mother tongue. That's not what I usually speak. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, and to be honest, I don't think I care about being correct.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, honestly, me either.
I'm still gonna speak English the way I do.
I think people can, usually when I speak English, people can tell. The vibe of the podcast is definitely not like policing the grammar, like the entire thing is about like freedom and resources sharing and stuff like that. So yeah, don't care about stuff like that. Your energy is better spent elsewhere.
But yeah, if you want to correct me, at us on Instagram at mishmash the podcast. I would love the engagement. Please.
Did you create an Instagram?
I did. There's nothing.
Oh my god, I need to follow it. I'm not even following it.
But there is one. There's absolutely nothing on it. I just was like, I gotta take the ad before someone take it. Mishmash for podcast. I need to make another note on the side. I've been saying in my head, instead of mishmash, I've been saying mismatched. What the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm like, is mismatch better podcast?
No. Oh my god, but I am going to get it confused so much. I love mishmash as a name. It's just that I am doing a PhD on something that is called mismatch theory, so I'm 100% gonna get it confused. That's part of the. Let's just say that's part of the charm.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about something else first, or shall we go straight into our first segment?
Oh yeah, that's the first segment. I have no idea which it is.
It's called Scribbling on the Wall.
Okay, can you tell us what Scribbling on the Wall is about?
That's a very good question, and I will answer to you now. Scribbling on the Wall is the idea that we love doing improv, we love doing our little stories. And we've decided, hey, sometime when we talk with each other, it's like, hey, I have this character idea. What would you say the setting was? Okay, make other characters on the side, whether it's major or minor character, I don't care. What about this? And if this happened, etc., etc. It's like this. It's like, okay, let's make a story right now.
Yeah, it's on the spot, collaborative storytelling, but like not storytelling such as the bare bones of the story, putting the story together as we speak. Just for fun.
Yeah. Do you want me to give you a word, or to give you the starting point?
Yeah, let's go. Give me a prompt. Give me something.
I'll give you something. All right. Okay. Here's the thing. I thought about, like, because I had days to prepare, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to people. I have to be honest here. I can't start my first podcast and just straight up lying. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. I love lying. One of my favorite hobbies.
I'm unfortunately such an honest person. I do love lying. Sometimes I do train myself, like, lying to people for silly things. It doesn't matter. I'm just like,
Yeah.
do I still get it? Can I still lie? And you know what? Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Anyway, what do I want? I want something about witchcraft. Do I want the first character to be a male, female, non-binary, multi-gender? Well, I don't care about gender. I do want something about the witchcraft, this idea of magic and community.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And I want to be in the 80s. Here you go.
In the 80s. I don't know anything about the 80s. That's good. Okay.
I don't know. I was like, I don't want something modern, and yet I want... Yeah, I didn't feel like retro vibe.
Was the Berlin Wall still up in the 80s?
Wait, what's the thing? Oh no, I'm terrible at this. Why did you ask me? No. Oh my god, I have to take Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall fall. When was it?
For listeners.
Oh yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay,
Yeah?
it was. Well, depends on the year, but it did fell on 1989.
1989. Yeah.
Yes, because I still do to my parents. I'm like, hey, you were born when the wall fell.
Absolutely.
How was it? You saw it on TV.
For listeners at home, we studied so much German in high school.
And my shame, I'm so ashamed of myself for this. I should have known it. And I knew before this podcast. You know what? I guess that's the podcast fault, not me. I'm great. I'm fine.
No, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. Honestly, I should not have asked this question. I can just, ignore the... I probably should not say something like we should ignore the Berlin Wall.
Hey, did my answer, did knowing the date help you, by the way?
I'm going to say yes because I just said to you.
Okay, so we both know it's fucking no. Oh my god.
No, because this is collaborative storytelling, so now I'm going to make it help me, whether I like it or not.
Oh, do you want the wall to fall during the story? Or be like, hey, witches were here. Guess what? They did it. They did it.
I think they definitely help.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
But will that communist?
I think you can be communist and still want the wall to fall. Generally speaking, putting a wall in the middle of a city is,
No, were there... No. Hey. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Were the witches communist?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm like, hey, they live in community.
Well,
therefore, living in community can make them communists. I'm gonna lie, they can.
I think there are many types of different witches, and I think a lot of witches could also be anarchists.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I think the core of witchcraft is not communism or anarchism or any of that ideology. For me, like, the vision of witch that I have in mind is fun.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But being a witch is definitely being like a sort of an outsider.
Yeah.
So anyway, what the fuck is up with the wall and the witches?
So, okay, can you give me a place?
Now I want to say Berlin. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Berlin Wall, babe, I don't care. It's gotta be something German about it.
Okay, which Berlin?
Hey, you choose, you pick. I'm that nice.
You know what? I'm gonna say West.
Okay, yeah.
Because we want it to be the story of a witch. I'm gonna say it's a guy. I'm gonna say it's a trans guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling trans man witch right now. Like, having a lot of thoughts about it lately. So this is great. What I really love about witch, like, the vibe that I really like in witch stories is craft. Like, magic being tied to a sort of craft. You know, you're imagining, like, when you put a lot of care into things. And another thing that is very, very dear to my heart is libraries, public libraries. The best idea in the world. Yes, like, someone had this idea someday, and would like to kiss them on the mouth. They're probably dead. That's fine. So putting that together, I would say a librarian.
Okay.
And he's also into book binding.
Okay.
Taking works that were probably like not created, like, for example, taking a lot of stories that were perhaps printed, but like outside of traditional edition, especially since in the 80s, non-traditional edition was definitely not as developed as it was today. It was definitely not on the internet because, well, obviously. And yes, I think they would be the kind of person to like took like non-traditionally published stories, manifestos, books of all kinds, and found them.
Do you want to play with the idea of like forbidden books, forbidden words?
Absolutely. I think there's something about the idea of like traditional publishing, especially in an era. Like I don't know, I don't know enough about the 80s to speak about that. But for me, like pre-internet, traditional publishing is such like it's an exclusive force by nature. Like even without censorship, I do love talking about censorship. Even without expressed censorship, the concept of like great editorial houses, and institutions like that implies a level of some topics are not necessarily forbidden but heavily discouraged.
So is he a lonely witch, or does he have like friends? Does he have like pets, perhaps? Since he's a witch.
I think
A fish. I'm just kidding.
hmm,
Well, it could be a fish.
I
That'd be
think
pretty cool.
yeah, I think this is I think he knows a lot of people. I think at the beginning of the story he doesn't know any other witch. Or yeah,
Witch.
yeah, a lot like little in the sense that he is not. I think that would be a story about finding a magical community and like magic being a metaphor for community in a way. I think he would be like knowing a lot of people in his city because he's a librarian, and so he's there to help. He's there to transmit information. Yes, I'm still sick, by the way, so I will be coughing it off from time to time.
That's okay. You feeling better?
Yeah, I can speak, which is why I was doing the podcast. That's already an improvement.
That's an improvement, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Hey, if there's any witches here, if you would like to help our friends.
What do I have the feeling that you just got some evil witch who was listening to the podcast to be like, hey, you know what would be really funny if I took his voice forever?
Okay, no. I was like, hey, you want to curse Donald Trump, but maybe, you know what? Hey, if you want to spend like, I don't know, if you're going to perfume some, I don't know anything about witchcraft, not gonna lie. If you can help, do something to help Chris, make him better, make him feel better, that'd be great.
I do appreciate that you said make him better and then make him feel better, but because I can't totally imagine a genie being like, oh, I can make him better, and making completely arbitrary changes to me as a person. On the technicality, okay. That would be funny, but also no.
Okay, so that's the thing, is when sometimes I think like too fast, I just forget what.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm like, it makes perfect sense. You should know that. I'm like, oh wait, I did forget. That's fine.
I once lost like 3 points out of 20 on a very important exam that I took because I forgot one word. Yeah, because I went to get an explanation for the grade that I had gotten, and because that's something you should and you can do after an exam if you have the ability to. And so she...
Yeah, you should. I never do that. Absolutely not. I try to forget about it after it. After I know my result, I'm out.
Mistakes are made for learning. If you make a mistake and you don't learn from it, that's a shame because that's where you see potential. Anyway, if you're not interested in learning about a topic,
yes, people should do that. I'm not going to do that.
I'm not telling you to do that. If you're not interested about learning a specific thing, that doesn't matter.
All right, that's fine. I'm being fucking red. Hey, I can do better. Will I do it? Nah, I know myself and I won't.
Yeah, and that wasn't intended as a read. I just knew I love you anyway.
You better love me. You better.
What were we saying? Yeah. So I went to the professor and she was like, well, your essay was great. But then in the conclusion, you said the opposite of what you have been saying for the entire essay. So it was, and I agreed with what you were saying, but then in your conclusion, you said the opposite in the conclusive sentence. So I had to dock 3 points for it because I was confused. And I was like, yeah, I forgot the word not. Yeah,
I could do that. I absolutely can do that.
Listen, when you're speaking fast and writing fast or talking fast, sometimes this kind of things happen. Which is why it's good that we're not actually casting spells and speaking out loud, because can you imagine?
Oh, yes. Can our character have a lisp? Why not?
Right, yeah, absolutely. The witch now has a list.
This is how I help in storytelling.
And yeah, I think absolutely. It's always good. And yes, he's a librarian witch. You ask, he's not in community with like a lot of magical people, because I would love that to be a story, but he does have a pet, I would say. Let's do Black Cat.
Yeah.
It's a classic, but cats are amazing. Black cats are amazing. It's a witch. Let's go.
Also, like, that's so funny about black cats. Have you seen like pictures or just videos? Cat owner just looking for the cat and they can't find it because the cat is like sat on like a black top or something. And then suddenly you have two googly eyes staring at you. It's like, holy shit, you're there.
I like the idea of the I also really like the idea of the librarian who's like sitting behind the desk at the library, and has to stand up and help people. And I love the idea of a librarian with a cat on his lap, being like, I'm sorry, I can't stand up.
Sorry, I can't work today, my cat's on me. Honestly, I wish.
Yeah, and also like putting the cat on the lap of people if they're tired, but they don't take time for themselves to rest. So now you have to rest. You're in cat timeout.
Oh, to be in cat timeout, I wish.
Yeah, I also will say that the cat, because that's a very important constant for me, that the cat is enchanted, so that he is, the cat is a cat. What is the cat's gender? Let's go she.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat is a girl, and her pronouns are she, her, and yeah, the cat is enchanted. The cat can speak. The cat has an identity. It's a familiar.
I was about to ask, can the cat speak?
Yes.
That would be lovely.
Yes, the cat can speak, but only to the witch.
Making an anarchist Sabrina the Witch.
I do not. So if there's any plagiarism, it's accidental, because I have not seen anything about this show. Honestly, there was a long wait, embarrassingly long time period.
Hey, honestly, it doesn't look like anything like it. It's just like, hey, there's this young-ish, because how old is that character again?
30?
Alright, yeah. Okay, so there's this young-ish character who has a black cat. That's it. That's all they have in common.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm going to be honest, for an embarrassingly long amount of time, I was confusing 100% Sabrina the Witch and Sabrina Carpenter, because they're named Sabrina and they're blonde, and I recognize people by their hair. So I was like, oh yeah, that's
Not gonna
Sabrina.
lie, for like half a second, I was also picturing Sabrina Carpenter. I wish she would do like her. Anyway.
Yeah, you would like Sabrina Carpenter. She made a song about coffee. Yes, book binding. What kind of magic would go into the book binding exactly to like help like information sharing across? Do you think?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
We want books that are like that we can like make copies of, so that you don't have to go through traditional publishing. A book that self-copies, like a good way to. Oh yeah, I'd love a little tool that makes an immediate replica of a book. Good way to get around copyright laws too. So that's also awesome. And oh yeah, well in the 80s, I think they would also make books that read themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah, like
audiobooks, or books that like can change and alter, for example, the size of the text, or can be like white font on black text, a lot of disability aids. Yeah, so I think that's the kind of magic of witch practice. A lot of book binding, a lot of weaving, a lot of care into the books, so that they make it everything accessible and make it accessible to everyone is the idea. So I do love the idea of starting off the day of the fall of the Berlin Wall. So a lot of chaos, a lot of, again, why did I ask about historical events? I don't know about history.
I asked about it as well. I was like, sure, I help. I'll help you.
Because you said in the 80s, and I'm like, I don't know what happened in the 80s. Oh yeah, the wall. That seems important. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the wall. Like I learned in school.
Look, if you're going through 10 hours of German per week and like 4 hours of German history, you're like, yeah, I don't think I know about the wall. No, yeah, we learned about a lot of things painfully. German is painful. Beautiful language, but painful to learn.
What can I add to a story?
Well, you can give me we have a basic situation. What happens? Because our character is very isolated. I think he's very lonely. He's very. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to make him sad about it. It's like, this thing of you're unique, and that's not a bad thing. but that's but in a very isolating word, kind of putting a little trans metaphor here as well. Queerness is magic, magic is queerness. That's all as well.
Yeah, magic is queerness. That's a t-shirt. So he has to meet someone. Who does he meet first? Is it someone that needs help? Is it like a teacher or something? Is it like someone younger than him? Is it someone older? Okay, so what the fuck is happening with his family?
I think he's estranged from his family.
Okay, was he raised, excuse me, in a fucking, I don't know, box in a library?
Well, no. I think he just left his family because they wouldn't agree on basic things like magic isn't real, your identity isn't real, stuff like that. So he's like, you know what, I'm out.
Are you just making? Oh shit! What's his name? Pete from Sleeping City. I know,
not.
just so funny. Like, wait, a magic trans man. Which is like, okay, that's the only thing they have in common.
So, because you mentioned it.
That's the only thing they have in common.
Not all. Well, that's so reductive of you. That's so reductive of you, Meryl. So he does take weed. No, wait, I was like,
you can still take shrooms.
Honestly, I'm still now that you said it because I'm like, yes, he would take shrooms.
He cannot vape since, it's the 80s.
Now I can. So yeah, I think he does take weed recreationally. I think he loves coffee. I think
What's his name?
What's his name? That's a good question that we haven't even considered. Yeah.
Okay, does he have like a German name?
What German names do I know that are not like specific people that I don't want to think about right now? Because that would be unfair. Johannes is a name. Yeah, I think I can go for Johannes.
Do you want me to give you like a list of names?
No, I think I can. To me, he's Johannes now. I don't care if you don't like it.
All right, that's fine.
Call him Joe for short. Very, very, very importantly, what's the name of the cat?
Oh God, what would he name the cat? Okay, what does he love? What does he love? What does he hate? How did he find a cat? How young is the cat?
The cat finds it extremely impolite that you asked.
Yeah.
I think
I'm still gonna ask.
Good question. Honestly, the cat's avoidance in answering this question kind of leads us to believe that the cat does not know its own age and refuses to her own age, and she kind of refuses to say it.
Okay, was the cat always there?
No, I think the cat just showed up in his apartment someday, let herself in through the fire escape. Okay. And she was like, "Hey, you're mine now. I live here. Bring me food."
Would it be funny if the cat was named something like Leon?
Leon, yeah.
But it doesn't sound too much like a lion, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I thought you were going for lion. She was like, "I'm a predator." And like, no, you're tiny. You're a little ball of fur. You're adorable.
You know what? Yeah, I think the cat would be like, "Yeah, I'm a predator," and then our cat would be like, "You are so small." So wait, did the cat named herself? So yeah, she just appeared and she had a name. She would be like, "Okay, you will not call me Snowflake. Absolutely not. My name is..." So she's like a diva or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm supposed to be like, "Hey, Maria."
Okay, so the cat's name is Maria. Okay, I need someone to make a request for the witch's help. This is a librarian witch, and the wall has just fallen. Hey, this is also librarian. Perhaps, perhaps someone who was separated from their family.
Mm-hmm.
A very young person who was separated from their family and just came into Western Berlin and is looking for family bonds.
Okay.
I mean, like, hey, this is a library. Can someone maybe have some recalled to help me find my family?
Mm-hmm, I see.
Yeah, I love the idea of books about names and lives. Is this too powerful? I love the idea of the existence of a secret library with books in them, and every book is like the story of somebody's life.
So wait, so what you're looking for? So I have a name in French. Yeah, that's called a family register.
Yeah, no. So the man comes into the library looking for a family register. I'm thinking with all the political turmoil and everything going on,
Okay.
It's perhaps not easy to find the man's family, or
Mhm.
like maybe not the man's. I'm thinking of like, yeah. Should I make this a romance?
You want to make this a romance or no romance?
That's the question. I do. I 100% want to make this found family. Do I want to make this a romance or not? Hmm. You know what? Let's go.
Also between who and who?
Between this character and potentially the character who's coming or not. I'm not sure. Let's see how the story goes, and then tell us if they're attracted to each other or not. Let's see.
Yeah, they'll tell us. Yeah.
They can decide for themselves.
They are in the school right now. Mm-hmm.
I think it's not going to be. There's this like little whimsical little. I think it's going to be a little girl, and yeah, I think that this little girl is going to be there. Hey, can you help me find my family? I don't know where they are. And I love the idea that this is a little girl who maybe has some kind of like affinity for magic. Maybe she was touched by the spirits and she doesn't know.
Okay, very important question.
Yeah,
Does the cat like her?
the cat loves her.
Of course. Love her.
Very insulting. The cat is a bitch. The cat is like very, how do I say, specific with who she likes. And so you have your familiar who decided she lived with you, who speaks only with you, and all of a sudden she's like, you know what, I like this little girl more.
Yeah. Okay, I just saw this movie yesterday. It's Caught Stealing. Caught Stealing. Anyway, there is a cat. The cat plays a big part in it. It basically is like, okay, the cat fucking bites. And somehow it doesn't bite the first main character. And I'm like, yeah, this is what it's reminding me of.
I think the cat should bite her cup at some point in the story.
Obviously.
Yeah.
The cat
that's a
killed
given.
Nazi.
That's a
Of
given.
course. Hey, the cat killed Hitler.
But honestly, people don't know that, but like even non-magical cats, their bite is dangerous. Like they have a lot of stuff in their saliva. If you get bitten to the blood by a cat, get like antibiotics, like clean the wound and everything, maybe go to a doctor. This shit is dangerous. You can die from it.
Yeah. And I found out recently. I had a cat for like 10 years.
Oh my god.
And she did bit me
Oh,
to the
no.
blood. I'm fine now, but hey, if it happened to you, you should take care of it. I did. I never went to the doctor, by the way, but I did like, you take care of the wounds, whatever.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, cats are adorable. They can't kill you.
Yeah.
Don't get tricked.
That's what I love.
Anyway, the cat will kill a Nazi in the story. That's a given.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at the idea. Hey, the cat killed Hitler.
So, basic German history. That guy, 1989, not the same time period. Just wanted to make sure to let you know.
I knew.
I love you, and I love you.
It's just so funny to this idea. Like one day the cat wasn't there, and then it was back the next day, and then in the news, when newspaper was like, Hitler died. Interesting. Who did that?
Honestly.
And the cat is cleaning herself.
There were a lot of Nazis in 1989 who were not convicted because, well, people needed people, and they needed people to like work the administration, so they decided to like, hey, we're not going to look at that too hard. There were probably a lot of Nazis from the Third Reich still alive and up and going and happily having power over stuff in that era. I can totally see the cat killing one of them, at least one of them, and yeah, that's important to me.
And here I am, being like, the big one. She killed the big one.
Maybe the cat is. Hey, cats have several lives. Maybe she did it too.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is the story of a trans-switched librarian and his Nazi killing cats.
You're writing the story about the witch. I'll write like a TV show about the cat's 9 lives.
That's a genius idea. I like your idea more. I love it. So yeah, I think the librarian meets this little girl who is perhaps like touched by a spirit of like she has a family curse which is can be interpreted as a blessing. She has magic, but she does not know. And she's looking for like family members. And I think I would like it to be like a fun family story. Like perhaps she finds some family members who like don't necessarily want to take care of her or have the ability or like want to turn a new page, have turned a new page in their story and don't want to be reminded of the past. But it's fine because she has found a new family with all these people, and it also helps them connect to the greater community of magic inside of Berlin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So, with that in mind, who else are we putting in the found family? Is the question.
It's kind of like an old woman.
An old woman, absolutely, absolutely. Love that. I also kind of want a sentient plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
You know, like probably one that can move. Like I like the idea of a plant which like can transform itself. Like has two forms: a form that is a plant humanoid. So like plant gets up, moves to a place, and gets back into the plant shape.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is
I see.
Because it is at its core a plant, but it has to move in the
Yeah,
world.
it can move.
And
Then it go back into its spot.
Yeah, old lady. I love old female characters. I wish there was so much more of them in media.
Love MILF. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
No.
I understood what I said.
You're not thinking old enough. It's not MILFs, it's GILFs.
Listen,
Grandmothers I'd like to
I have
fuck.
two ends.
Please and
I have
thank you.
two ends.
One for MILFs and one for GILFs.
Absolutely. There's no rings on my finger.
Like I was like listening to again. Sorry, I was listening to Words Beyond Numbers, and they described. Everybody listen to Wizard Witch, to the Wizard, the Witch, and the White One. It's great. Anyway, there are witches in this story, and at some point the narrator starts to describe one of the witches, and she's like, "This is the oldest woman you've ever seen. She is the first of her kind. Her face is so wrinkled that when she smiles, it's like there are several mouths smiling from the amount of wrinkles on her." And it was like her. And also, honestly, this woman is such a mood. Everything she says, I'm like, right, yes. I would cry if she disagreed with me at something. Anyway, we need a charismatic, extremely old woman on this. I think, I'm thinking like, old woman, which also potentially kind of mentor figure, because I think mentorship is a relationship that I really want to put a lot of in the world. Mentorship is great. So I'm thinking, what kind of craft does she tie her witchcraft to?
I really like, the idea of like the fates. With
Are you going to steal one of my PC character ideas?
Absolutely. Oh, your PC character, like you made up like oh hey, old woman, do this. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, of course they do.
Yeah, but the concept of my character is inspired by the fates.
I know, but anyway, you were like, you are not going to steal my character. That is not okay. It is your character. I'm not gonna lie, it is. But you didn't make that.
But yeah, and also like copyright laws suck. So like, if you want to steal my character, is it really theft? If it's a thing that should not be able to be stolen in the first place? In the question.
So anyway, no, something like she's really like punk rock. So she has like leather boots and stuff like
absolutely.
That. She definitely has a leather jacket.
This woman. So not the main character. I think the main character is kind of like librarian, very specific. This woman helped in the fall of the world.
Yeah.
So we're thinking weaving if I understand character.
I was thinking that. But yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's the thing, I want like something cozy, but like it's about it now. It's about you can put anything you want on it, and suddenly there's an anarchist symbol. That would be hilarious.
I love it. This woman is making tapestries of like anarchist symbols, queer flags.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of her being like not exactly a divination, but if she sends like this idea of maybe like doing a tape, like I think the vibe I get from like her helping the woolful would be like making the tapestry of the wall.
I mean, I see your point because she's not divination, but I think in the way that she interacts with people and how these people interact with her, this idea that she's sort of worshipped because of the help that she gives to her. She's not necessarily like it's all between, like it's not really worshipping, but somehow if you would take it apart, it looks like worshipping, but it's not. It's called being in a community, and she's helping. She's a mentor.
Yeah, she's a pillar of the community, and yeah, I love the idea of her having like her little shop, little house, which is like a shop in the sense that people can come in and make requests for help and everything like that. And yeah, I love the idea of there being like a giant mall and this McDonald's, and then right in the middle this tiny little shop, and so many people like bursting with energy of people going day and night for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To ask her for help, but also to bring her things as a thank you from the community for all the things she does. I think the magical community as a whole should have a lot of like, trade economics going on, like services for services, stuff like that. People help the people.
All right, so what do we need for that, for our story again?
So we were looking for people to put in the found family. We found a mentor for the main character. We mentioned a spider lily plant. No, not a spider lily plant, a spider plant. I mixed them up. Sorry. I think the spider plant, I don't know if you have seen them, like, I love the idea of it being like, they have a humanoid form and just looks like hair, like long, long locks of green leaves through their shoulders. Yeah, the spider lilies, no, oh my god, the spider plant is a beautiful young woman who is actually plant.
You're so gay.
Yes, I am one of it.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just supposed to be like, and it's a beautiful woman, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's always good to have women in stories. What do you want me to say? We have cat, we have the plant, we have an old woman. I'm thinking, hey, what kind of craft, like of all the beautiful crafts there are, what's something you just would like to see?
What I would like to see. Okay, I think because we're in Berlin, the wall just fell. There's something about what the fuck is it called? Banksy and shit. What does it do again?
Banksy?
What's it called?
Street art?
Yep, street art. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you
very
very
much. To say. I don't care about Banksy.
Street art. I love that. So there's a potential for witchcraft here, obviously, but if you want to get diverse, do we want a spirit?
Okay.
I like the idea of like.
I'm not against it. I want this to be like, if you read between the line, there's something about a spirit. But in the image of it, if it would be a movie, you wouldn't see like a ghost or something. But there's something in the air that's like a spirit, but you can't see it.
Can you clarify exactly what you mean by that?
Yeah, I don't want it to be like visible, to be like, oh, and there's a spirit, and his name is Casper. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
No, yeah. A gust of wind and then the street art.
To be like, yeah, exactly. I don't want to be like this. What do you have in mind?
I love what you're putting forward. I like the idea of also like that being a spirit that communicates through writing. Like it's a being and you know it's there when it is and it lives when it wants to, something very free, very secretive also in nature. That like creates free art, creates street art, and also I really like the idea of the library, the really neat, organized library, and suddenly there is literal writing on the wall, staying true to the name of the section, saying hi.
And because it's a spirit and it's weird, but I think if we go back and make a link with the old woman, there's something again about like worshipping, but it's not really worshipping, but it looks like it because it's a spirit. Therefore, you think it's a person. You think it's a person, and you want to help, so you make authors in front of the same tags, and now it's super weird because you're just a guy putting like oranges in front of the anarchist tag.
Yeah, the little baby witch. He's not like young. He's young. Like he's 30 years old, but he's very like young to the community, and especially if these are like. I think the old woman. She's like 200 years old, and he's like I like the idea of him being so shy and intimidated by like the concept of the magical community as a whole, and being like, he's an orange with just enough to tag on the wall.
Yeah, because, like sometimes offering is about, oh, I'm looking for protection, or if I do this for you, you will help me. But I think if you think in terms of
Absolutely.
community, it's just called helping each other. It's saying, hey, if you want to sleep at my place, you can. If you need food, I will help
Yeah,
you.
and I would love the
But if
the
you look in the idea of like chaos from an outsider's perspective, I was like, oh, he's going insane. That man is insane.
yes, I love the idea of the character arc for the story being like for example, he gives an offering at first for the spirit, and he's like, and the offering means I am terrified, please don't hurt me. But the spirit interprets it as, oh, how kind, he gave me a gift.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he wants my help. All right, I'll keep helping you.
And the spirit has to be so terrifying at first from the spirit.
And it's like, and he's shaking. He's like, oh, he needs help. Let me warm you. I
You
will
know,
hold you in my arms.
you know what? You know what? You know what I said? I don't know if I want this to be a romance or not. This is the romance.
Yeah, romance and spirit.
The spirit is living the prettiest, strangest to lovers, smoothest romance ever. And meanwhile, for the first father son, the main character is like, oh my god, this god is going to kill me.
Okay, I need fanfic right now.
Oh my god, Johannes and the spirit. Do you want the spirit to have a name? Do you want the spirit to have a title?
Okay, because his spirit is, he has to have like multiple name, like title name.
I like the idea of the spirit refusing to have a name, to want to be tied up to a name.
Yeah, I think the spirit doesn't have a
Yeah.
name in itself. Like it's just like, hey, my name is, I don't know, I don't have a name in mind. But I think like the woman as a name for him.
The Wayfaring
Yeah,
Wanderer. I think he also should have a domain. Like free speech is perhaps too on the nose, but you know the vibe. Yes, a spirit of free speech or something.
yep, that's the spirit of free speech, and somehow his followers are not doing it.
A lot of people misunderstand the deep inner workings of the spirit of free speech. And a lot of his followers mistakenly use his name in vain in situations that are not of his domain. I am the spirit. I love the idea of the spirit. I am the spirit of free speech. I am not the spirit of the absence of consequences.
Yes, exactly, 100%. So wait, what were we looking for again?
Titles: the wayfaring spirit. He who does not respect private property. That was a title given by someone who did not appreciate his art. He does not always have positive titles.
Hey, you don't choose your title; they are given to you.
Absolutely. The artist, very simple but very to the point. He who wanders in, not surprising, he who wanders into intriguing spaces. Very much the vibe of how there's something extremely impressive sometimes when you find street art and you're like, how the fuck did you get up there?
Yes, yes. I went to Paris like this weekend. I was like, how did they get this thing there? How did they do it?
It's so incredible. Like, do these people fly? Like, and especially in places when you know that it was illegal to do it, you're like, so you had to do this in the cover. Perhaps, like, I don't know, perhaps at night when it was dark, and there are cars racing here, so perhaps you could have died from it. You are so good at what you do. I am so impressed. Yeah, so we have our love interest.
Yeah, the spirit.
Yeah, you wanted fiction between Johannes and he who wanders into interesting spaces.
What do we need?
First of all, do you want more people? Because like there are more people into the community as a whole, but do you want more people into the fun family?
I feel like that's enough. Like I think like a good fun family is when there's not too much.
Yeah, I think I like it. I like it.
But if we as we move on to the stories, if we found like, oh, that would be interesting, let's add some more. But I think for now we're good.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next thing we need is obstacles, and I would love to specify our goal a little.
Yes.
So we are going through. So it's not very much the goal is not the goal. The real treasure is the journey. You know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
the goal being like finding her family, and so yeah, I think it's the idea. I like this idea of there being like a library of people, but also a library of knowledge about the world. So
Mhm.
you like you have the normal family register, and then there are the family. Oh, I love that. In that library, there is a book with a family register, which writes itself magically. Like when you search for anybody in that book, it shows you the family of this person. And I think what should happen is they should spend the book looking for this secret magical library and going to it to find the book to find the girl's family. And they found the girl's family before the end of the book. And the family rejects her. They're like, well, we want to make sure that you're safe, but we don't necessarily want anything to do with you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're like, well, you need money. We have money. No, she does not. Well, she does need money, but that's not what she was looking for.
Yeah.
And so they end up finding the library at the end, and and she's like, maybe there was someone else or something. They go looking for it. Maybe there's another cousin who wants you or something like that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of heartbreak for the other members of the family. I'd say, but like they got attached to this little girl. They don't want to let her go, but they are going to have to if there's someone who wants her out there. And so they go into the Book of Name, and I know I know
Mhm.
it's cliche, but I like cliche. And they say her name and look for family members, and
Hey, cliche exists for a reason. It's because people love
yes,
them.
absolutely. And so they open the book of name and they search for her name, and they see like the little constellation of people who are family to her, and it's them.
Yeah, that was the real family all
Yeah,
along. At the end.
it's literally a fun family story. Yeah, it's is it corny? Yes, corny is good. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I hate when people are like, and it was it's boring that it was all about love. What do you think community is about if it's not love? Like, obviously not romance.
Yeah. Because I think I like corny, I get like, corny can be right, etc. But like if it's well done, it's
Yes.
so good. And we have like arts lately, like if a TV show or movies or books or whatever, that are just bad. They're not just corny, they're bad. We can make something corny good, and you can too.
Yeah, I feel like corny is just the flip kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like a lot of people see love as a very strict, rigid conception, and I'm like, community is in all of its forms and about like some form of love. Yeah, that's the way I personally view the word at least, and I'm like, if you, it's. It feels silly to me the idea of rejecting, like if it feels silly to me to reject the idea of loving people just because you can.
I think it's because of liberalism. No, but truly, there's this idea that
Yeah.
individualist, like going with individualist idea, will help you move forward, and you can make a. In the world that we live in, we are desperate for
Yeah,
communities. We need to help each other. We need to somehow love each other because we hate too easily.
absolutely. Hey, that is wonderful. I feel like we got the ending to the story. Did you have any more questions about the story? Because I feel like this is a very beautiful, smooth transition towards the next segment.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, what the fuck is the next segment?
I think it's fair that we speak about politics a little bit.
This is Crap Radio.
Scrap Radio is about politics and specifically less about sharing opinions and more about sharing resources when we can, asking questions and asking ourselves, so here's a problem, how do we ask questions and how do we best search for answers about it? So
Yeah.
that's the idea. The idea is not that we're like, hey, here are our opinion and they are true and they are right and here's everything we believe and you have to believe it too. That's not helpful. That's not the goal here.
Yeah. So today I'm looking for a list. What was today's subject? Oh yeah,
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is in danger.
And what can we do about that?
do you want to go first? Because I didn't work a lot. I just have a few
So I
stuff
think you
here and
should
there.
go first because you introduced the topic. Can you perhaps explain specifically what you mean by Wikipedia is in danger? In danger of what and by whom? And we can go from there.
Okay, what did I say? Let me get my notes.
You have notes. That's beautiful. I have nothing.
No, okay, here's the thing. I think like this idea came in my mind because I saw like an article, I don't know which language, I don't know which, but what my source was. I just remember seeing it and being like, oh, it's in danger because, okay, usually
Yeah.
every year you have like, they do like this one
Uh-huh.
big fundraising because it's free. Wikipedia is free
Yes.
and that's great. And I saw that Wikipedia was in danger because, number one, the US House Oversight Committee has launched a probe into Wikipedia editing around Ukraine and Israel, citing coordinated disinformation efforts, some by foreign actors, and asking for internal documentation from the Wikimedia Foundation. Wikimedia is the editors coming together and just working together.
That does not sound good.
And also, AI. Like people use more AI to search the internet, unfortunately. And ChatGPT, for example, is using AI as a source, which in itself wouldn't be too bad, but it's just you should use Wikipedia. You know Wikipedia always existed before. You can go do it. You don't have to use ChatGPT for
Honestly,
that.
yeah, with AI and Google in general becoming less and less usable, when I'm researching a topic, what no matter what I'm looking for, I just type the name of the topic and Wikipedia. Even for like translations,
Yeah,
if I'm looking for the translation of a word in the context that I'm looking for it, I just search for the Wikipedia page for it, and then I switch the language.
yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. You can change the
Yeah,
language in Wikipedia. And sometimes, depending on the language, you have different
absolutely.
information.
Absolutely. It's honestly, yeah, it's extremely interesting to like check up various Wikipedia pages in different languages on the same topic. Extremely informative. We are probably talking to a lot of English speakers, and I do find that a lot of the time, especially for topics, not for everything, but there are a lot of the time where the English article is very detailed. But when you look for very specific
Yeah.
things, sometimes the article in the language from the country where this thing is from is more informative.
Yeah. And okay, what also I wanted to say about Wikipedia is in danger, there are some accusation from Republicans. I said Republicans, but it's also like in France, I've seen it from like the far right, accusing Wikipedia of left-leaning bias and requested transparency on its editorial processes.
Yeah, I think that's the general. I think this general thing that the general theme in all of the that in all of that you said is like politics forcing their way into knowledge, into sources of knowledge, into sources of into places that spread knowledge, because how do I I remember a post like someone was like a Republican was making a post about like college, and it was like reality has a left leaning bias. Like the more you're going to uh, for a lot, not everything obviously, but like for a lot of things in the world, when you're going to be like, well, let me check the facts, let me check what knowledge we have on this. If you check, like, if you get them from a reliable source, a reliable enough source, it's going to be in favor of more left-leaning ideas, and that's a threat to the far right. Obviously, it's the reason they have banned books, burning books. It's yes, it's this kind of thing. For example, like I was discussing trans things with my family, and my family can be like some members of my family can be transphobic, and it's extremely interesting because I am a psychologist professionally, and I know like I help my family a lot in their work, because they encounter a lot of things that have to do with like psychology in general and mental health, and they go to me for support because they do not have the support that they should be having and the knowledge that they need for their work. So I do a lot of like support in that regard. And it's fascinating that they trust me on mental illness. They have a deep trust in me for it, on everything but trans related topics, because I'm like, because they will be like, yeah, I think trans people are just mentally ill, and I'm like, that's subjectively not supported. That's not supported by science at all. That's not true. That's And they go, yeah, I don't think you're right. And I say, why would you not think I am the expert in psychology for you? You ask me about psychology all the time. You have told me the other day that you trusted me for anything psychology, but on this specific topic, suddenly I'm no longer an expert because the reality bothers you.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's truly they're saying, hey, on this subject, I know better than you, the professional. I don't want to hear you because I like to say that I'm right and you're wrong.
And I'm like, even if we're talking, there is a conversation to have about psychopathological classifications, which we are definitely not going to tackle today. But even if you look like at this conception of like classifications, basically, which are like books that list the names of pathologies, and the serious classifications are supposed to be based on like built on like a consensus of experts who have done a lot of research into it. Like the amount of authors the DSM-5 has is a lot. It's like there are so many people who wrote that book, which is concerning because of how many issues that book has. But that's like so many, yeah. And like my mother's like, yeah, no, it's a mental illness, and I'm like, I have read the entire book of the list of mental illness recognized by science in our country, and it was not in it. And she's like, I still think you're wrong. How? Like, what secret source, what secret knowledge do you have access to that I do not have access to? And does it start with a J, perhaps a K and an R? You know what I mean? Is this the expert in psychology you go to for the topic of trans identity and mental health? Famous psychiatrist.
Going back on Wikipedia, there was
Yes.
I'm going to go back to this idea that Republicans, the far right, are accusing Wikipedia of left-leaning bias. Wikipedia is also going through, and I quote, an edit wars. What is it? Well, at least 14 editors have been banned because articles on the war in Gaza have been marred by intense edit wars.
Oh.
So anyway, there are so many editors who are, going through and rewriting, one after another. It cannot be just left-leaning. It's world-leaning. It is about what is happening right now.
Yeah.
And what happened before.
And the fact of the matter is, and like, it's funny to say, hey, yes, reality has a left-leaning bias, but also Wikipedia, in its stance, aims to be objective, and Wikipedia concerns itself with facts. It's impossible to be truly objective, which obviously explains in part the editing rules. Like, obviously your bias is going to come in conversation. It's not even just a question of bias. When you want to talk about something, you have to have a view of the thing, and in order to talk about your view, you have to have a point of view.
Yeah.
So it's obviously there's this complication to this, and it's like this. I think there's this, how do I say it, extreme pressure from a lot of people who think that media has the ability to be unanimous, to be objective, to have a point of view, the point of view of the entire world at once, which applies a lot of pressure. And therefore, when media appears like shares fact from a point of view that is not comfortable for the people reading it, they're like, oh, this media is untrustworthy because it's biased. That leads to a lot of movements, such as the ones you mentioned right now, about like trying to shut it down, criticizing it because it's biased, and like, yeah, it's biased. It tries to spread knowledge. It tries to focus on the fact. It tries to be a very important thing about Wikipedia is that it tries to be based on sources as much as possible. Lots of like scientific sources, lots of journalism, and yeah, it's good information sharing, but it cannot not have a point of view, and people are always going to be bothered about people having a point of view. And the more this point of view is backed up by science, the more this point of view is backed up by research, by knowledge, the more this point of view is going to be contrarian to the far right. So,
You want me to give you another reason why Wikipedia is in danger?
yes, we have not had enough bad news today.
Yeah, not enough. All right. Another reason. So we know that people works for free. They are editors, and they write and make up pages. They do all the work. Well, some public figure, like the one we adore. Just kidding. I was about to say his name, and I was like, "You're gonna think we really adore it, and I can't do it."
Yeah, no.
Public figures like Elon Musk.
Yes.
Plan to roll out anonymity tools used in authoritarian context to better protect US-based editors. I mean, okay, they're arresting. Yeah, editors. Elon Musk.
Good God.
He's doing that.
Good God. He's not US. He's not even US American. It does not make any sense. I mean, it does make sense, but
he's white.
Yes.
So
You are right, and you should say.
then he was like, "Hey, we're the same skin tone. We're kind of brothers." Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, there are a lot of Americans who consider Elon Musk more American than Latino Latin.
Yeah.
What's the correct wording? Latinx? I don't know.
Yeah, there are some controversies about using Latinx because it's like, we don't really use that. So I would say just use Latinos.
Okay, thank you very much. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, there are a lot of Latino Americans that there are some people who would consider Elon Musk more U.S. American than people who actually have the citizenship based on suspicious criteria, might we say. Some people have a very specific conception of what nationality should be.
Hey, those are, and I quote, illegal aliens are way more American than Elon Musk will ever be American. Immigrants and Native Americans made this country what it is today.
Absolutely. Anyway, Wikipedia. Well, I think we mentioned, you talk a lot about like the problems that there were. We mentioned a bunch of our opinions. I think the two things that are important here is what questions can we ask, what kind of research can we do on the topic, and how can we help. So Wikipedia is a really good tool, and I think something that you can just do is Google how to help Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I think there probably are a lot of also like, so Wikipedia is not just a website, it's also a community of people who will work together. And I'm pretty sure that for these specific issues that you have raised, we can just ask those communities for a game plan.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a good start.
Yeah, I mean, okay, like we've said, editors are being harassed, so, first thing first, you can be kind to editors,
Absolutely, yeah.
You want to help, of course. I mean, the big thing about Wikipedia, always, every year, they're going to ask you, hey, you can make a donation. Of course, I encourage you to make a donation if you can. If you cannot, you know what, and you have time on your hand, and you have sources, and you know things, you can join Wiki projects. You can be a part of Wiki projects. There are groups of editors focused on specific subjects. So if you want, you can collaborate with others, like writing a page or some stuff like that. I don't know.
That's interesting because I checked the I was like, what kind of questions can we ask and who can we ask these questions? So I went to I googled What's the term for Google, but for Ecosia? I don't know.
Ecosia, because I think that's.
I
I
searched.
don't think that's. Where is Ecosia from? To be honest, where is it from? Because
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel very French-wise. But
Ah,
okay, you don't want to use Google. There's another really good one that's called DuckDuckGo. It's great if you're on the internet.
yeah. So
Ecosia.
yeah, I searched for like how to help Wikipedia, and they have really really great like pages that explain how to what Wikipedia stands for, how to help, how to join, why to join, stuff like that. They are very informative in that regard in how you can contribute practically to editing and stuff like
Okay, going back on Ecosia real quick. It's German. Here you go.
that. To no surprise, we have talked a lot about Germany today.
Yeah, somehow this episode was very German.
Very German. Oh my god. Going back to the roots of how we met.
Germany.
Yeah.
Purgatory.
Me and my wife met in Germany. This is canon now. We are building such a lore. Anyway, Ecosia is a cool German search engine that plants tree when you make a search. So that's cool.
Yeah, you don't have to use Google, just to say.
Yeah, there are many alternatives to Google. There are many alternatives to the things that plan themselves as, pun intended, plan themselves as the only alternative in a thing. You don't have to use Spotify, you don't have to use Google, you don't have to use anything you don't want to use if you don't want to. And sometimes these alternatives can even be actually physically helpful. Like, for example, Ecosia is hopefully, if it stands for what it says it stands, helpful for the planet, for trees. So that's cool. So what other questions can we ask? Is it good? What other things can we explore about Wikipedia? Because Wikipedia is so good at information giving that I think, yeah, it's its own source of a topic.
Yeah,
Um,
like to search wiki project, I just was on the Wikipedia page.
yeah. On the matter of how to help, I think something helpful about Wikipedia, especially with all the changes and all the scary things that are happening about it, is I feel like what's the word again? Digital achieving and digital preservation might be a good idea. So I am not good with technology. I really, really am not. But some of the people are, and there are people who have made like very good, very helpful presentations on how to do digital achieving, digital preservation. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that's helpful with Wikipedia and information sharing and gathering in that regard, is that we could perhaps also take care to preserve this knowledge so that
Yeah.
even in like catastrophe scenario, Wikipedia gets taken over, the knowledge cannot be taken down if it exists in like physical form, if it's preserved in your computer, if it's preserved in your USB drive. I don't know. I'm bad with technology. Did I mention that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we said since the beginning of this scrap video segment, is that the people, editors, contributors are the backbone of Wikipedia, being able to add resources to things. If you have, you can use that knowledge, you can keep it in case it goes, I don't know where it goes, in case it goes missing. But before it happens, and I cross my finger here, you need to stay informed about legislation, what is going on in your country. Like the UK's have like laws about it's the UK's Online Safety Act. Well, it fits in Wikipedia open editing model. And of course, like you said, we have to promote digital freedom.
Yeah. So this is not how do I say that? This is not about Wikipedia exactly, but in the context of digital freedom, in the context of information sharing and preserving and everything, there are a lot. Like Wikipedia is not the only group in that kind of situation right now. For example, I think the Internet Archive is getting a lot of heat right now. And yeah, I think there's also I don't know if it's getting heat, but it's not getting enough recognition. The Gutenberg project is also really good. which is like a digital library of books for free, and that's good. Yeah, and for science specifically, if you want to contribute to Wikipedia and also in general, I encourage people to read scientific articles. It's not all of them are accessible, but a lot of them aim to be accessible. And they are on the internet for free. Some of them are on the internet for free easily. Some of them are on something that is called Sci-Hub and is on the internet for free. Not necessarily legally in your country, but with a VPN to Sweden, you can get access to it.
I will always encourage people to, go to the be a pirate. Don't be afraid to go into the sea.
The vast digital sea of knowledge around you. And Sci-Hub is cool. It's great. Get a VPN to Sweden. Get some search engine that bypasses stuff. I don't know how you do it. Go to Sci-Hub. It's great. And again, if you don't want to use Sci-Hub, there's also like a lot of articles that straight up just on Google Scholar for free. And there's ResearchGate is not like ResearchGate is social media for scientists, basically. And you can just, for free, again, create your own account in ResearchGate and search up the research paper that you're looking for and send a message to the person who wrote it and be like, hey, I want to read your entire article. And if they can, they will send you.
Work.
Yeah. Scientists, I feel like people don't understand. Science is kind of a lonely thing in a way because it's collaborative. But outside of the freaks who are interested in working on the same thing as you are, all the other people in your life are like, that's so specific and boring. Please stop talking to me about your PhD, I beg you. So like scientists love to share their articles. They love to share their knowledge. They love to talk to you about their stuff. Don't hesitate to message them and ask them for it. If they can give it to you without, because, there's a lot of drama and capitalism going on with science right now. If they can give it to you, they will. So yeah, if you want to contribute to Wikipedia, research is not as difficult as it seems. Research is not scary. Research is fun. You can do research for fun. You can do research to contribute to Wikipedia.
So yeah, we talked about Wikipedia. If I cannot use Wikipedia, you can use, you said, the Internet Archive?
Yeah.
What did we say?
Project Gutenberg. Hold on, I have a post right now I need to find again. Oh yeah, public domain websites. Okay, so there's Project Gutenberg. There is something there is an equivalent for audiobooks, I think. Which is LibriVox.org. It's a free audiobook project. Yeah, LibriVox, free public domain audiobooks. So those are for like digital libraries. JSTOR is really, really good. JSTOR are mostly used for science. They gather a lot of I don't know if JSTOR is usable for other stuff other than like science, but it's really, really a really, really good, both a search agent. JSTOR is simultaneously a search agent, and it also gathers a lot of works. Because basically when you use the search engine, you can choose to use to choose it for only the works which are available on JSTOR, or to find every work on the topic. So it's interesting because like it has a double function and it's very cool for that. And and if you have money to spend, I would also encourage you to use a little website called Bookshop in terms of books. So you know how sometimes you're like you want to read a book and you're like, I want to order it on the internet, but I don't want to order it on Amazon. So Bookshop is an alternative to that, so that you can like buy books from your local library through an app, so that you can basically order your own books.
Nice.
Yes. So if you have money to spend, no, not libraries, sorry. I encourage you to support your local bookshops. And again, you don't have to buy from Amazon either. There's an alternative for everything.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you go to your local bookshop. They don't have the book. That's fine. They
Yeah,
can get it for you. You can just tell them, hey, I would love to have this book, and they will recommend it for
absolutely,
you.
and I'm saying the bookshop app is also like, if you want to avoid this as much interaction as possible in and do exactly that, you can use the bookshop app, which is an app. It's not me
Yeah,
making a
that's all.
funny metaphor about going to your local bookshop. It's literally the name of the app. I got confused at first. So yeah, that's the idea. Like Wikipedia is great. There are other public domains things that you could and should probably use and support if you can. Um, and yeah, don't. Knowledge is important. Knowledge is power. Every bit of knowledge is power. We cannot let fascism win. And honestly, we have
Yeah.
the tools to stop that from happening. And even when we don't have the tools to stop that from happening right now, Wikipedia is great at giving us the people, and we know where to ask for people. We can ask the people who will tell us how to do it. Who will give us the tool. So I don't know how to conclude this. Just
I don't know. I think like we've
yeah,
said what we wanted to say. You know, we give option. We talked about why is Wikipedia in danger. Was it well constructed? No, but we knew it. We knew what was about to happen.
the point of this podcast is not to be well constructed. We are not giving a
Exactly.
lesson on anything. We're
Exactly.
just
Right.
talking about
Do
stuff.
you think that
Exactly.
Wikipedia for now
Freedom.
is? We can close the subject for now, and maybe if people just to talking about it, no, just fuck it, send a message.
Yeah,
Oh, you know
that's
what?
them.
Hell, we'll give you like
Absolutely.
a Discord invite or something.
Absolutely. You want to talk to us about Wikipedia more, and especially like if you have more questions, if you have more resources, if you have more information, please tell us. This is not so like we don't want it to be vertical. We if we can help it.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I don't have all the
The
knowledge.
more people can come together on a topic to help about it, the better it is.
My brain is not big. I am just pretending it is.
You're doing a very good job of it then, darling.
Thank you, thank you. But yeah, that was it about Wikipedia for now. You want to
Yeah.
talk about it more? Send us a message. Discord, blah blah blah. Tumblr. Yeah. What can we say? Well, I think that's it for our first episode. Where can we find each other? Chris, where can we find you online?
That's it's I mean I do need to create a serious Instagram account for my internet presence. Right now I can be found on Glitter State
Yep.
on Tumblr. There isn't going to be a follow-up to that
Yeah, but I
sentence.
knew that. I was just like, are we going to say something else, or am I just going to jump in and be like, okay, me?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I have a very strong presence on Tumblr and not much elsewhere.
No,
I
that's
try.
fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. So
Um,
follow me on Glitter State with an M dash between the glitter and the state.
yeah, I'll put it like in the bio description or something of the episode. I haven't done anything yet for the podcast. I've just been working on the logo, but I'm working on one. Anyway, what
That's
about me?
already
Where can
great.
you find me? You can find me
Yeah.
well, let's say on Tumblr. I just realized what my ad was. Um,
Change
uh,
that. I love it.
I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna wait. I just need to know because I took off some letters, so I'm just going back on Tumblr real quick, and I'm
Yes,
not
you
connected
need
on
to
my
be
computer.
proud of yourself.
What is it?
Do you
It's
want me to tell you what your username is? Because
yeah.
I
I
have
just
Tumblr
want to.
open right now.
Okay, good. Can you say it? Because I just want say which letters are off if people are not on. Yeah. Anyway, you get it.
So it's little, Little, Lord, Lord, FCK without the U,
Yeah.
Leroy, Leroy. I think the only thing that's missing is the U from the puck.
Oh yeah, that's why I took it. Yeah, there's a lot for the rule. I'm also well, I'm on Twitter, but you don't have to talk to Twitter. I hate talking to people on it.
You don't have to use Twitter. There is an alternative for everything.
Okay, here's the thing. I thought about leaving Twitter, but it's also like, am I going to stay on it and just try to organize with the few leftists who are still on it and be like, okay, we cannot let this go to fascism. The social media, which is used by many journalists.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I also agree on the point that a lot of politicians, I don't know in other countries, but a lot of French politicians are on Twitter. So it's very useful to be on Twitter to be like, oh my God, they said that. Very interesting to know what the people you're voting for are saying in public in their daily lives, I think.
Yeah, okay. While we're together, do you want to make like a mishmash Tumblr account or not? Because I don't want to take care of it, but if you want to do it, you can do it. I won't do it. I have something else.
I think Mishmash is just part of Glitterstain. I think you can just talk to me about Mishmash on Glitterstain. I'm not going to create a separate account for it. Oh, yeah. Probably because I have 9.
You have
accounts. 9, just 9. For good reason. I like to compartmentalize. Just talk to me on Glitterstain. That's me. I'm Glitter. Yeah, and he will tag me. Don't worry. Yes, I will. You can find Mishmash the podcast on Instagram, I think. Is that the hat? Yeah, you said you created an Instagram. Yeah, okay, Instagram is Mishmash Podcast. And I also made a TikTok account. Whoa. Mishmash the Podcast. Okay, Instagram, Mishmash Podcast. TikTok, Mishmash the Podcast. Here you go. That's it. We'll give out an invitation for the Discord if you want to talk to us in more private, I guess. I don't fucking know. And that's it for today. Yeah, thank you very much for listening to Mishmash. I'm Mish, she's Mash, all the other way around, and we'll see you later. Bye. Bye.